ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Happy Monday. It's another week, another start of a week. I mean, look, it's a Monday, right? We can pretend it's a great day. We all know it's a Monday. We all know what that means. By definition, I'm pretty sure it's in the dictionary. Day is the worst day of the week. Nothing compares. And honestly, all our lives are worse for it. I think that's how, by definition, this is supposed to work. But, you know, we carry on and we persevere through it all, I guess. As best we can. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, it's Monday, which means I did some stuff over the weekend. I did some more testing with 5.5, with creating a dungeon generator similar to what I'm using right now with a very expensive plugin. That wouldn't have like all the bells and whistles. You'd have to set it up kind of yourself, but you'd have theoretically much more control over it, and you'd be able to expose more or less. But some things are worse, some things are better, because you'll have more access to stuff, less access to other stuff. So, but I'm now working on it. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Because it's cool. The problem is I don't know a way of still detecting points around, or like what points are nearby and what direction. And yeah, that's gonna be important. Hey, you guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. You're late. ADHD kicking me hard today, Sag. Well, stop getting in its way. You know, dodge, weave. Come on. Like I don't watch sports, and I even know that much. You gotta dodge and weave. You know, that doesn't kick you. You know, if you get kicked in the wrong place, it's gonna hurt real bad. Imagine getting kicked in the shins. Oof, those hurts. Hey, Sativa, welcome in. How's it going? I've been doing well. Man, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. I mean, it's good as it can for a Monday. I actually started. I finally. I'm potentially gonna edit another stream VOD video short thing. Haven't decided what I'm gonna be doing with it. Where I was talking about from last week. I think earlier that last week. Maybe it was a week prior. Jeez. Don't worry about it. I'm on top of things. Where I was discussing about, starting learning Unreal and, for beginners, and had that conversation. So maybe I'll turn into like a little short, like 5-7 minute video. Maybe a short out of it. We'll see. I'm starting to be a better, I'm starting to want to be a better content creator. I almost said I'm starting to be a better one. That would be very exaggerated because I haven't done the stuff. I want to do this stuff. You saw my PCG grammar video? Love the content. Well, thank you. Yeah, the last 2 videos, holy shit. Holy shit. They have been my best performing videos by a large margin. Making videos, tutorial videos showing off the new content that's being released in a preview is a good idea. Yeah. I know, who would have guessed? I'm glad people like it. Let me know what time is. Maybe you could try something. Oh, look, I have it already edited. Like, I'm using a program to chop up my videos. So, like, it's 90% done already. Recut is amazing. Recut is amazing. I mean, you could always, like, YouTube and Twitch has the clip feature. You can always do the clips, and you have the program to. You don't need clips. One has the clips, which you guys should clip if you can find like awesome things. But you can always make a note of it, and you know how to download videos, VODs. You can just download one and be like, "Hey, this part seemed like a cool thing. I'll do that, or try that." You do that on anybody. Download any VOD of anybody. Just edit it. Like, hey, I edited this thing. That'd be good. New hype content is always hype. Yeah, I know. No, but like, actually, like, seriously though, like, normally, so for reference, this last video, is insane because for multiple reasons. One, it's Monday. The grammar video released yesterday. I gained 47 subs from that video. Sorry, what? On most days, I gain, like somewhere in the 10-20 subs range, I think. Around 20 subs range in general for the day. This is 47 from the video yesterday, which is insane. And also, my watch time is usually around 3 minutes. Plus or minus like 310 to 8 to, 250. Like around there. The watch time on the grammar video is almost 5 minutes. Again, insane. The watch time on the one before that on the geometry scripting one was also higher than average. Not as high. It was, 333. So it was higher, but like 30 seconds higher, not 2 minutes nearly. If you're a UE dev and you know a lot of things, you only look at new stuff because you know the old ones. True. Well, sometimes you don't even look at the new stuff. Sometimes you're in UE dev and you're like, oh yeah, the stuff I got now is nice, and we're not upgrading version, so I don't care about the new version stuff. That's cool. Like it was. This has been like very educational, because I think it's gonna be probably gonna end up being my most viewed video in the end. But yeah, sort. That's my. I mean, it still has a long way to go, but it has a long. Maybe. Anyways, enough of that. We got on real stuff to do. This has been the longest little chat session at the start that I've done so far. Yeah, only new on Unreal Fest or something to be more into it if the content interests you. I'll be honest. The Unreal Fest stuff, like where they have those talks, I can't watch them. I can't. They're so slow and they talk about so many things I just don't care about. Even speeding it up, I'm like, okay, I can't. They're just. I've been ruined as well. You know, people meme about like, oh yeah, people's attention spans, you know. But like, it's not so much that a lot of times they're too slow. They're very good about explaining a lot of stuff. It's just a lot of stuff I know already at this point. And so now I have to find the 5% in the video that I don't know. And it's over an hour long video, find that 5 minutes of content. And I just don't have the time or energy to just scrub and find it. So I end up not watching it because of that. It's, you know, that's the real thing. It's not that I'm like, yeah, the content is bad or, you know, like it doesn't teach you anything. No. It does have good stuff, but once you're at a, you know, intermediate to advanced level and you know a lot of stuff for the topic that they're discussing, then it becomes like, yeah, a bit more challenging. So yeah, but back to game development, which only the topics that interest me and don't know already, like marketing talk and new stuff. But yeah, I like there's a video. I think I still have it open. Find it. I think I have it open on. Yeah, I think it's this one. So this video from the official Unreal Engine channel, BCG First Steps to Advanced Development. Okay? Which goes over like point creation and like this is like cool, like whatever, like yeah, I know like how to make points scattered along the spline and cut things out. Like nothing here is interesting. There's a lot of talking, like a lot of stuff. I'm like, cool. Like nothing here is like, you know, super, like they have some pre-made stuff. Like cool, like I get the point of it. But the main thing is around here, and you only know this if you, like someone told you, because there's no chapters. Then over here, they're going over runtime PCG, which I still need to watch, by the way. But they go over how to do actual runtime PCG, which is no one else has made a video on, which I still need to do because I need to watch it first. But the point is, right? They're going over runtime PCG. So, advanced is more intermediate than very advanced. Yeah, well, they can't do pure advanced because no one's gonna watch it except like 10 people that would understand it. So again, it makes sense. The way they're doing it is correct. I'm gonna clarify. The way they're doing it is correct, I think. It's just the problem of like, it's the same problem I run into making my tutorials, right? Why do I have a 3-minute watch time? Because people like me that just go to it, scrub, see what's there, see like, do they want to, do they get the gist of it just by scrubbing, and then leave. Like, I get it. I totally get it. Okay, so last we left off, we were on Cleave. Find the niche, yeah. The thing, finding a niche isn't even, like... Niche is also, like, the base, right? Because if you find a niche, you have to find a niche that's big enough. And that's something I've learned and figured out a while back, which was the tutorial niche, especially once you go to as niche as PCG, is extremely small. Like, I will never be 100,000 subscriber channel with PCG. So I'll probably end up, you know, doing other stuff as well at some point. Once I, you know, figure out a way of doing more. I don't want to cut PCG. I want to add on top of it. So if you ever do a YouTube channel, you will never speak about deep stuff. Yeah. Tutorials don't, like, stories do really well. If you can tell stories, then that's where it is. Only devlog with jokes in it? Yeah. Yeah, my devlogs do so bad. They're so bad. I do them because they're for me. Like, I enjoy working on my game. I enjoy, like, seeing and creating it to see, like, what did I do last month? What's the updates I've made? But yeah. Oh, thank you, Guts. You love the devlogs, there for you. There you go. Views wise, it pretty much is just you. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Of course, you love what we do and want to show it. It's natural. Yeah. Absolutely. Especially when you, like, when you're proud of something, it feels good to, like, share it and have other people, like, yeah, good job. But also, that is when you're most vulnerable. So when you be like, yeah, look at this, and someone comes back to you and be like, wow, that's shit. Oh, that is devastating. If you go out there being like, I am so proud of this. You know, it's like, if you show, like, you know, if you're in kindergarten and you show your parents this macaroni poster, and your parents like, wow, what an artist. That's what you want to hear. But if your parents are like, what is this garbage? Oh man, that's devastating. That's gonna scar you. Devastating. Only the 0.1 of the 1% will understand. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's fun. It's awesome. I enjoy all of it. Well, actually, yeah. I used to not enjoy editing, but now editing is considerably faster, because of some tricks I've developed and another program I got. It is like, oh, cool. Yeah, I can edit. Now I'm starting to think, like, how do I look into doing effects? I want to start implementing like little diagrams and like stuff like that into my editing. I need to figure out how to do that. Do that quickly and easily. That I haven't figured out yet. But I will. I will. Maybe. I do have... Yes, I do. Oh, hold on. Cleave. Cleave should be additive, right? Cleave is additive. Yeah, increase attack radius by 25%, 50%. Yeah, it's additive. Our range increases each time. Oh, add tier 1. That's what I want. Get cleave. Set cleave. I want to actually maybe down later today, if you guys remind me, I can show you guys what the dungeon system I'm developing is. Actually, I posted stuff on Discord of it inside of the PCG discussion channel. I posted some stuff about it, or I'm testing out the spawning and stuff. I might in 5.5 I might finally create the dungeon generation that I've wanted to with PCG. If you were a PCG node, what would you be? Difference. I'd be the difference node. I'd be the node that cuts things out. Such a binary. Or if you don't meet my 0 or 1 check, you just get slapped away. That's what I'd be. I'd be the difference node. I'd be making a difference. Which is different. Which is not what I do in real life. In real life, I don't make a difference. But here, I'd make a difference. Wow, what? What node are you? Would you be? You make a difference in your life, sir? I make a difference in your life? Well, there he goes. Then it's even better. See, then it fits. I don't know how much more of a difference I could possibly do, but sure, let's pretend. I need to go on to here. Attack. Trace attack. And don't I do a check for cleave? Yes, here. So I no longer need to do a check for cleave. So this needs to change. Radius multiplied. By get AC abilities. It's cleave. Divide by 100. This one. Bit of a mess still. I guess I could just put it here. That's fine. Every day you get on my stream, you regret it. I mean, yeah. See, making a difference. I make you. I'm an artist. There. Thank you for confirming. I am an artist, an artiste. I make you feel regret. True art needs to make someone feel an emotion, and your emotion is regret. I'm an artiste. That's how that works, right? Was a two-part joke. You ruined it. What do you mean? I understood that I make a difference in your life because every day you get on the stream, you regret it. That was the joke, and I went into it. What do you mean, Madge? I'm confirming. I don't know. I think you missed something yourself. I think I'm genius. Clearly. Very high brain power. Took way too long to read the second part? You seemed just mean. You do seem mean. Why do you seem just mean? The guts? I'm glad you agree that you seem just mean. What part are you mean about it, by the way? You're mean and funny, not just mean. I mean, look, let's not get carried away here. You know, we can agree on half of it, okay? I'll give you 50%. Okay? 50%. I'll give it to you. I'm not telling you which 50% either. I'm sure you know. You know which one. You know. I'm sure you know. Let's test this real quick. So that's my regular. And if we come down to cleave. Yeah. Theoretically, I can now stack this quite a lot. Yep. I can stack this quite a lot. Now, one of the things that's interesting is it also hits behind me. If I do a cleave attack and the area is wider, I almost feel like it should be like just in front of me. Do I want to offset the start based on the cleave distance? Let's try it real quick. So this would go here. Before you do that, actually, it'd be easier for you to do this. No. That's how you do it. So this converts it. And then we do this, and then we do this.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
No. Because that's actual location. I just do it here. It's just the forward vector. Forward vector is already calculated here. Here. Yep. Okay. Don't worry. I'm still waking up. It's still early. That's my excuse right now. No, brain just isn't fully there. You know? This, by the way, is spaghetti. Dear God, I do need to clean this up. Assuming this works, I'm gonna clean this up right after. This is too much of a mess for my liking. I'll probably just need to break this up into separate things here. Like these two don't need to go all the way up here. I can just make this a separate thing up top. By the way, do you guys have a preference on what I cover in this week's video? I'm thinking pathfinding could be cool to cover, or another one is raycasts, which also could be cool because you can do like have something like search in an area for something, basically. See if something kind of detects you. You can have like a little search using PCG, basically. Theoretically. Could be fun to make. Might do something like that. So if I did cleave. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I think the start should just be further away in general. Start, we kind of get a little bit outside of ourselves in general. So let's actually adjust that on our character. If we take a look at our... I gotta get rid of all this like extra stuff. Here. Hit range 50 to 100. I'd change 75 to 100. Might make it 100. Hundred's better. Better. And now if we did cleave, it will, I think, scale better. Yeah, so now it's actually in front. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yay! Obviously, you're not gonna cleave that much. I gave myself like way too many upgrades, but I think as a little, test, basically, I think it's fine. Just need to update Airblade once. Also be like that, and we're good. Okay, cleave done. Hey, Jesus Freak, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Crit damage is up next. Should be another simple one. Actually, move crit damage up here. Because it's just better to keep crit chance and crit damage next to each other. Working on the RTS map thing from Discord. Nice. Glad you got it figured out. So were you just, from my understanding from your message, you were just offsetting in Y when you were supposed to be offsetting in X, probably? Was that the problem? We're just offsetting in the wrong axis? Oh no, I'm thinking of Benji. Take it back. I was like, wait. I was like, wait, that's not you. You were working on the material stuff, right? Trying that one. Where'd you post it? No, that's much. Mickey Mouse just said not to use PCG. Was it PCG discussions? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's right. I was looking at it like the problem is when I'm in streamer mode, the names are all this. This is all I see for your name. So I'm like, I gotta remember who's who based on just the first letter. And your YouTube picture is not the same as your Discord picture. So I can't even make a connection there. So I'm like, wait. Excuses. Excuses. They're all excuses, just to be clear. If I had a good memory, it would have, I just got excuses. That's all I got. Yeah, for that, I mean, the way I imagine that it's done is whatever procedural system spawns the environment has to already have the information for the tiles, right? Or the information for whatever. If it's like maybe it spawns it like little chunks at a time, in which case those little chunks automatically have that information. Or it spawns it in clusters, because those clusters have the information. Whatever it is. However it's done. Something has that information probably already baked into from the generation point of view. That's my guess. I don't think they're doing like a separate thing specifically for those tiles. I think whatever it is already built into their entire system. I could be wrong. Be very wrong. Oh no, this is on. Oh, hold on. Let's clean this up real quick. hide these then. These. Better. Even just this is better. Something like that. Yes. Okay. It's a little cleaner. It's not clean, but it's cleaner. So it should be a little more legible. Okay. But that's not where I was going here. You have 280 hours in the game. I was like, instead of playing it, let's try to make it. I mean, that's not a terrible idea. Like, when you, like, are that knowledgeable about something, that is the best way to, like, recreate it. When you know it, like, you understand how it works, because you know the generation. Like, I've never played the game. I have no idea how it generates. Like, I don't know if things repeat. Like, do things repeat? Like, do you see, like, if you see X rock, then below it is also always, like, Y thing? Well, I know it's by seed. I mean, like, if you see a rock, a specific kind of rock, is there always ground around it? Or is there a scenario where that rock is at the edge of a cliff or, you know, whatever kind of terrain? If it's always surrounded by things, you know, start looking to see if there's, like, can you spot the exact, like, little tile pieces that they're using? Because maybe they're doing it by, like, little tile sections. They could be doing it based off of, you know, many things. It could be, like, so many things. Because it could be, like, procedural noise, but I doubt it. It doesn't look like it's procedural noise. I am surprised that this is Unreal 5, though. I will say. For reference for people, this is what we're talking about. Like, I am somewhat surprised this is Unreal 5. Because this doesn't look... I mean, this is, like, very low, right? Like, this game looks like it's very old. Like, I look at this, and yes, the UI is very nice. But if I ignore the UI and look at this, I'm thinking, like, Warcraft 3. I'm reminded of, like, Warcraft 3. Or maybe I'm just giving Warcraft 3 too big of a compliment. Warcraft 3. I'm giving it way too big of a compliment. I'm giving Warcraft 3 way too big of a compliment. Never mind. But, some aspects of it. The trees. And, yeah, you know, the camera angle is very different. People tell you you're the mean one. I see. Oh, please. I never claimed to be a nice guy. Ever. I will tell you the truth. Unfortunately. He will get me in trouble. But I won't lie to your face. That's one thing you know you could take away from this. Yeah. If something I remember when I was in college, I had a friend that would always ask for my opinion on things because I would not like sugarcoat things. If I would not be the person that'd be like, yeah, no, it's doing great. Are you doing great? That's the right. No, I'd always tell him like, oh, no, this is what I think. Hey, Mr. Biscotti, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, pluses and minuses in this. This is not like a definite, you know, definite thing, but I'll get combined critical damage. That's okay. That's where it is. So we're doing this. I don't need to check if I do all this. So here we need to get critical damage. And I don't need this. Is that a local variable? Yes. I don't need this then. Multiply by critical damage. Critical damage percent. And multiply by 100. And then here it's critical damage, multiplier, subtract, or see. You take the critical damage multiplier and multiply it by the damage. And from here, we check if a crit chance was successful. And if it was, then yeah. Oh, then I don't need this. You understand what I said? Which part? It's Unreal 4, you're guessing. The game is 3 years old. Ah, okay, so that makes more sense. I thought it was like a brand new game. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, this is also wrong. Yeah, critical damage multiplier. This is the critical upgrades. Atom, multiply it. Times 100 and regular. That's what's correct. So you get in trouble and saying, and then you said, I have a whole something I need to understand. Oh, I said I'd probably get in trouble, or I sometimes get in trouble for probably being blunt. I don't have a filter. Well, it's not even I don't have a filter. I do have a filter. I have no people skills. I can't read people. That's the one. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I cannot read people at all. Like, if someone's, like, feeling uncomfortable or comfortable or happy or whatever, I can't read it at all. Which is kind of funny. And probably says a lot about me. Where I remember I was watching, I was showing my friend, Steins Gate. Oh, we know that. I know you do. I was showing my friend Steins Gate. And I'm like, yeah, this person's obviously likes this person, and this person obviously feels this way in an anime. And he's like, I can't tell at all. I can tell every single, like, in an anime. I can be like, every single person. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that. I get that. I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. And in real life, look, what? The day you were like, oh, he's mad at you, but you were just being casually rude. No, I wasn't being well, I wasn't trying to be casually rude. I don't think I was saying anything mean. I was just being like, I was just doing statements. And this thing is, when you do like objective statements, people assume that to be rude a lot of times, which I know, which is my problem. Like, because it's like people aren't used to like bluntness, and that's my problem. And I know it's a problem, but you know, I'm not trying to make excuses for it. It's just I know my own faults. You're kind of sad because you think you're slow. Have you tried typing faster? If you buy one of those games, teach you how to type faster, you'll get faster. It's okay, you know. It takes a little practice. You can type. You can be faster. No. That is not what you said. No, you were saying how you don't have the time. You're sad because you don't have the time for it, like to do what you wanted. Not because you said you didn't say you're sad because you think you're slow. That is not what you said. You said that you don't have the time that you want to invest into doing something. And then I said, yeah, I can't manage your time for you. Which has a very different result. At least that's what I was replying to. Maybe you were thinking I was replying to a previous message, but that was what I was replying to. You're not able to get focused for long enough to get it right? Yeah. See that, and I read that as you don't have the time to focus on something long enough to do something well. Well, yeah. And I will own up to, yeah, I can't exactly manage your time for you. Because the problem I saw was like, okay, well, you need to spend more time on doing something. That's not a problem for, like, it was such a non-problem for me. I was like, oh yeah, but you gotta figure out your time. That I have no sense of anything. Like I just said. No sense of like people skills. What am I doing streaming? Because of that? I have no idea. Just don't ask me why. Over text is especially bad for me. It's so bad for me over text. Let me change my crit chance to be super high. Not DD cards. I need Great sword, critical chance 100. Hey, and welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What's the hardest part about making games? Is it too cop out of an answer to say making them? Making the game is the hardest part of the making. No, I would say knowing what you want to actually make is the hardest part of making games. Because once you know what you want to do, then it becomes easy. Just like, okay, let me Google, like, find out how to do X thing, Y thing. But really sitting down and really knowing what you want to do and being able to write it down and stick to it is the hardest thing to making a game. If we're gonna literally had an intervention for you because of my bad texting the other night, you're trying to get better, but you also lack social skills? Many of us do. COVID especially has really hurt people with for social skills. Like, I mean, that COVID didn't affect me whatsoever. I was an introvert before. I'm an introvert now. When COVID hit, I'm like, oh, nothing changed. Like literally. But like, I know people that were like younger, that were still like in high school or middle school. Man, kids got messed up bad. You want to make games so badly, but you feel like you don't have a good coding background? I didn't have any code. I don't have any coding background still. Why do you need a coding background to make games? You don't need one. If you're doing it on Unreal, you have blueprints. Do you need to know blueprints to start using blueprints? No. Just go on YouTube. Search up how do you make a box move with blueprints. How do you make a box jump with blueprints? So many tutorials. You don't need any, even like a lackluster coding background. You don't have to have written a single piece of coding in your entire life. Go at it. Let's do it. Why did I just do 0 damage? Oh. Is this a 0? That's why. Which means here's one. $37.5, yep. And if I do no, too far. Yeah, let's crit damage up. Still 37.5. Still. He's the one getting it again. I'm giving it to the enemy again. Damage calculations. Why am I getting it from? No, it's from the damage dealer. Damage dealer. Here's one damage.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Oh, I see. Here, I also need to get it from the. Figured out my problem. But yeah, don't. don't feel like you need to have any knowledge whatsoever of making a game. You can make a game with no information. There's so many tutorials on YouTube how to make any game. And don't make a big game. Make a box move. Make a box. Make it so you grab a box, no character, just you grab a box and you throw it. And as it falls, it becomes a color. Or it hits a pressure plate. And where it lands, it changes a color. And when you get a certain amount of colors or a certain color combination, you win. That's it. Make that. It's your first time using Unreal. Like trying to figure out how stuff works. Once you're more comfortable with it, you can start making more and more and more. Build on top of it. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, everyone can make games. There's a way for everyone. If you don't want to do like the programming stuff, there's plenty of groups out there that want people who can do art, and they can take care of the programming side. That's also another option. They're stuck at making mechanics interesting. Can't come up with ideas. Okay, well, give me an example of a mechanic you want to do, but you don't know how to make it interesting. This is getting. Maybe I can help. What is a mechanic that you can't make interesting? Because you're stuck making mechanics interesting. So I assume you have mechanics in mind. You just don't know how to make them specifically interesting. Or are you having trouble just coming up with mechanics in general? If you say in general, then I suggest playing games of the kind you're trying to make and seeing what they do. And then take those mechanics and maybe slightly change them for your own needs. That's a great place to start. Turning on a generator to power a building. Right now, you just have a button that turns it on. And that's about it. You know how to turn the generator into a puzzle of sort, rather than just a button. Okay, so is it a puzzle game? Are puzzles a big part of your game? First, I gotta ask that. Or if puzzles are a big part of your game, then okay. It's more of a horror game with small puzzles. Okay. If it's a horror game with small puzzles, usually the way generators work in a lot of games is, hey, there's a battery missing, or there's some kind of item that is missing somewhere that you have to get. Come back, and then you press a button to put it in, and then, turn it on. It's as simple as that. If the game isn't to do puzzles, don't force puzzles into a non-puzzle game. A lot of people will not have fun with it. Hey, Destroyer, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So, don't try to force things to be interesting. Think of it from the player's point of view. That's what I like to do. If I am the player playing in a horror game, do I want to be solving puzzles in a horror game? Personally, no. But maybe you want to be different and you want to do it that way. That is fine. But, yeah. I saw you disagreed with me, Guts. But I was on a train of thought. I was hoping you were going to elaborate on the disagreeing with me, which part of it and everything. I'm doing well. So yeah, personally, I would I wouldn't overcomplicate it, because that's not the main purpose of your game. If your game was about, all these, like, if it was like, well, let's take Dead by Daylight, for example. Dead by Daylight is literally you run around, you find the generator, you play a little mini game where you just have to time things, and that's it to get it up and running. Right? And it's a horror theme with generators, but when you actually sit down and think about it, what is the game actually? It's running around, and then you just time things, and that's it on the generator. Very simple. But it's fun because of the entire game as a whole. The actual mechanic for the generator isn't important. And then you don't focus a lot about it. It's just like, hey, as you're kind of doing this, you're looking around like, hey, is he coming? Do I need to run? Right? You're thinking about other stuff. So you don't need to make that specific thing super engaging. I think learning an engine is a very important step, but a game design goes much further. You need to understand how things work from a designer perspective. Just a gamer perspective is not enough. Oh, absolutely. I never said only a gamer perspective is enough. I said I'd like to look at it from a gamer perspective. Obviously, I'm still looking at it from a designer perspective. Like, what do I want to like? How do I want to design the game? So in the end, like, if I like something, then you'll probably find players that also like that thing. They'll also enjoy it. Yeah, absolutely. 1 second. Get let's see. These. Get card. No. Crit damage. That should fix our problem. It was recommend a book, very good, a lot of images. It's a game designer 101. You learn about everything from game designer perspective. All the best for the game, camera, mechanics, aesthetics, immersion, interactions. Yeah, what's the book? You described it and sold it very well. What's the book? So 5. Where is it? Oh, it's because I moved it higher. That's why I keep going past it. Ooh. I went from 37.5 to 2,800 damage. Level Up: The Guide to Great Video Game Design by Scott Rogers. Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that is great. Absolutely. Concur. Absolutely agree. But just like, right, just like you say, don't look at it entirely from the player perspective. Also, don't look at it entirely from the... well, you say to look at it from both, right? Because you say just a gamer perspective is not enough. Yeah, you got to make sure you look at it from both perspectives, because... It's like, what if you were playing a first-person shooter, and then randomly you get jump scared? But it's not like a horror game. In fact, everything is like unicorns and rainbows. Right? It's a little jarring. So you got to think of like, oh, is the player going to be wanting to do this now? Hey, Vinny, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, always think about it from both perspectives. Well, you always have the game dev perspective because you're making the game, right? I imagine. Why is this? Oh, it's because of this needs to be divided by 100 because this is also. Which means... Oh, and also card crit damage. It's 100. It's... It's 100, then I add... No, something's wrong. You can combine critical damage. Get the original critical damage. Divide by 100. Divide by 100. I add it. I think this is right. Also, I can just do... Don't divide this by 100. Don't divide this by 100. Don't divide this by 100. Divide by 100 here once. Don't multiply this by 100. See if I got this right. Critical damage, 15,000. So that means this is now 150, which means now this needs to be divided again by 100 here. Doesn't Diablo 3 do that? Everything hellish except rainbow levels and cow levels? Yeah. It does that, but it's like, that's the joke of it, right? It's always been like a little side thing that's just a fun side thing, but right, you don't have you're not in a regular level, and then there's all just rainbows, right? If BCG and splines work together, or are they totally different approaches? Well, BCG uses splines, or can use splines. So, yes, they work together. I'm not sure what you mean by an approach when it comes to splines. But, yeah. I use almost all my stuff with... all my BCG pretty much uses splines. I just prefer it that way. I was wondering if you could, you would lose spline stuff if you migrate to BCG. No. And a good night, Destroyer. Thanks for coming by. Did I do the math right this time? Find out. 37.5. This is... Ooh, this is not right. 65. That's not right. Okay, my stuff is all sorts of wrong. So let's break this down from the beginning. Critical chance. Get combined critical damage. I get the critical strike damage, which is 150. I get this and I add it. So let it still be 150. Multiplied. Oh, here. Let's see what the problem is. Needs to be multiplied by... back to 1. It's still 150. This is 1.5. Still. Yes. Then, if I go back here, I take my critical damage and I add Okay, I see. Here we're adding it, but it's not a multiplier of 100. That's where my problem is. Okay, so if I did a value of 100, then here I need to divide by 100. Right? 150. There's 7.5. That is not right. 47.875. 47.875 divided by 25 is 91%. Math ain't mathin'. Oh, it's just not a multiply here. That's why. That's why this is a problem. This is supposed to be an add. A multiply one I should be adding. $150. Oh, this needs to be 0 now. Add already adds SMH. Multiply your profit, I assume? Wait, what? There's no ads. Oh, God. I get it. God damn it. I get it. Yeah, I got it, good guts. It took me a moment, right? I'm sorry, I'm a little slow. You know, it took me a moment. This should give me 175. Yes, it does. 43.75 divided by 25. 75. There we go. Math is mathing. It's so hard to be the comedic relief here sometimes. Look, someone's gonna do it. It ain't gonna be me. It clearly ain't me. Sometimes I'm the punchline. By that I mean sometimes I punch the line. But you know, they should have gone in line. I was there first. You know, they shouldn't be cutting. You're the punching bag? True. True and real. But I don't mind being the punching bag. I've been the punching bag for a long time. On many things. Like, because I'm pretty, I am not one to be like insulted and cry and, you know, stuff like that. Like, whatever. I'm very much I was very much like in middle school, high school. I was very much the bullied kid that was like, oh yeah, I'm cool. Like I wasn't gonna crying or anything. I'm like, yeah. And then the bullies would just leave me alone because they're like, oh, yeah, we get nothing out of him. And then they would leave me alone. We're like, okay, no more bullying. It's funny to be punching back as long as people punching you genuinely like you, which you don't. I like how you say that in 2 separate chats, just to make sure that people don't really know it's you talking. Well, we all know it's you talking. Using both chats. We know. You really want to use the emote. I get it. I get it. Hey, Red Knight, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You ate me. That should feed you for a long time. I'm assuming you're eating me in a very French manner, you know, because all their H's are silent. Match. Wee wee. Yay! Okay. I hope at one point all like 7TV and BTTV emotes will be available on YouTube. It'll be so nice. That's like one of my wishes is just to have those emotes available on YouTube. Like, there's a lot of other issues, but like, just give us the emotes. Those emotes are so nice. But YouTube, Google/YouTube is very stingy about their API. That's the problem. Very stingy. Actually, that's fine. Blink or spawn around you, damaging enemies upon contact. That's fine. 3, 4, 5. Can you believe that I still have the orbiting orbs a thing? Ever since you named it orbiting orbs, I have not changed it. Are you surprised? Poggers. God. I don't know if I'll ever change the name. I probably will. Maybe. I say I probably will, but let's be honest, I probably won't change the name. I'm not the kind of person to just change the name on somebody like that. Mostly because I'm lazy. And no other reason. Oh, this one's unique, isn't it? Ooh, hold on. Oh, I'm gonna change this. Hold on. So right now, blank orbs spawn around you, damaging enemies upon contact. That means set number. Instead, I'm gonna say, blank additional orbs spawn around you, damaging enemies upon contact. We're gonna start with the base one being 2, 3, 4. So you could have 9 orbs around you with this. But then the multi won't affect it then. but then the multi won't affect it. I can do 1, 2, 3, and then keep multi affecting it. No. Why? Let me see if I have it. I think I still have it set up where it does affect it, right? Well, right now it doesn't do anything. Why does it do nothing? Oh, it's because I don't this. Oh, there we go. I was like, where's the material? No, there we go. So right now I have the 3. If I got multi-hit, it doesn't affect it. I would like to... Okay. Do we want to have the multiple projectiles one also affect this? I think I should. And then multi-hits / multiple projectiles will affect the orbs, and the card will also affect the orbs. Yes. I think. No. There's no ads starting in 1 minute. No, I see ads start in 50 seconds. Why? You have a question? You saw the ads thing just on the Twitch side. You shouldn't have. The thing is not up yet. Even on my screen. You have a question. Posting images as videos of game dev on your Discord is self-promotion? Because no one's posting things unless for help. Posting images as video of game dev on... You can post it in the game dev discussion stuff. Of stuff you're working on. Mostly that rule is isn't there for like, hey, if you want to like share stuff like you're working on, like and like have a discussion about it. Yeah, absolutely. It's more so like for people that come in, post just a link to their like video or something on YouTube, and that's it. And then that's all they do. Right? Then it's clearly it's posting over there for self-promotion. If you want to post stuff that you're working on and be like, hey, like here's what I'm working on, and you want to show it off, you know, yeah, feel free to. Yeah, I'll. It says ads starting soon, but yeah, this hasn't started yet. I'm not sure why you saw ads thing on your side. That's odd. So yeah, feel free to. It's sort of like it's equivalent to the Twitch rule. It's sad to see the server without seeing any work of other people. Yeah.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
It's sort of like the Twitch ruling of like no YouTube and Twitch combined chat, right? Some people have it combined, and they're not going to enforce it unless something actually happens, and then that is an excuse that can be used. Hey, Twitch was frozen. You have 5 minutes normal. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's very possible it froze. or something happened. Yeah, it's there for like, hey, someone's just clearly just doing self-advertising. Then like, okay, that's just not for that. But if you want to have like discussions, yeah, feel free. Post stuff. I mean, people do post stuff that they're working on sometimes in the PCG discussion thread. Ads. The guts. What is a redeem you want to have for points, for channel points? Give me a. You use your points all the time on TTS. Is there anything else you would like to have for channel points? Out of curiosity. Also, where's the music? Oh, there it is. It was literally just between songs. It was this awkward moment of silence. I was like, what is this? I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with this. I can't think of like great good things for channel point redeems. Like a lot of times, like it's just like sound effects. I'm like, I don't care about sound effects and stuff like that. Like I feel like some people have like just a point hole. But like, why? Yeah. Do you have music on speakers? Your mic filters it? Well, no headphones, no nothing. Yeah. I have all the music playing through my speakers. Yeah, I've configured it to. I mean, if I put it right after the next to the mic, you probably hear it. Maybe you heard a little bit from it. It's hard. It'd be hard to tell. I do have a very like harsh like gate basically on it. Yeah. I did mean. I actually meant to. Now that I remember it, I actually meant to reduce the volume ever so slightly of the music. A try hard run for me on my game, so we can get you. Yeah, that's not a good thing. How's that for music? Let me know how this is for music right now. Is it too quiet? Or is it fine? Too quiet. Yes, so, I think some songs are just louder than others. I think that's the problem. I think some songs are just significantly louder than others. It was fine before. Why change? Okay, I'll leave it as is. I was checking a VOD because I was downloading a video. I was checking a VOD and the background music for part of it was like really loud. Well, like it wasn't like way too loud for my sound level, but I felt like it was pretty loud when I was talking. But it was only like for parts of it, so I'm not sure. So it might be that it was a different song that I was listening to. So maybe it's like some songs are just too just louder and just appear that way. It's very possible. You liked the song when you started to watch, then you hated them. Now you don't mind. Why did you hate them? Okay. So we have orbiting orbs. It spawns orbs around us. I want to have it be additional. Felt too repetitive. There's over, I mean, I guess there's 100 songs, but it's still like every day you still hear the same ones. Right. In a sense. I'd play... The alternative is to play music on Twitch only. And then the music doesn't get saved to the VOD and YouTube gets nothing. There's no way it's 100 songs. Artbound. So your hair is 33. Scroll. 100. The problem is, it's not that there's not 100 songs. It's like, this is a minute and a half, 48 seconds, 52 seconds, 48 seconds. Some of them are like 4 minutes, 54 seconds, 5 minutes. You know, just some of them are short, but yeah, there's 100. You give me, so the problem isn't that I can't get music. The problem is I need to get music that's will not get DMCA'd or copyright striked or anything like that. That's the right. So, yeah, this I know 100% won't be. That's why I'm using it. When I first started streaming again, I was using Harris Heller's thing. Stream, whatever it's called, Stream Beats. I kept getting copyright claims. I gave up on it. Like, the whole point of Stream Beats was supposed to be copyright free, but I kept getting copyright stuff from it. I was streaming it from Spotify. So like, oh, screw it. Nope, not doing it anymore. Okay, for orbiting orbs, how do we want to do this? So, when it spawns the orbs, we have 3 tiers. We can make it spawn, for example, 2, 3, 4. Or sorry, we can have it spawn like 3, 4, 5. We can make it additional. So, if you have 2, 3, 4, it'll be 2, then plus 3 is 5, plus 4 is 9. You have 9 orbs if you get all the cards. Or... or we also have the multiple projectile that can also affect it. They can give you plus 2 or plus 4 projectiles to it. So theoretically you could have 13. Is 13 too many? You know, there's one easy way to test if 13 is too many. Let's see what 13 looks like if we have 13. Plus 2. So if I wanted to, you get 4 plus 9, it would be 13. What does 13 orbs look like? That's not right. Why? Oh. That's why. Just put this at 11. You know what? If this is the max you can do, if you have the highest multi-hit, plus all the cards of orbiting orbs, why not? I say we just go with it. That seems awesome. I was worried there's gonna be too many of them. Like there's not gonna be like even gaps between them, but this is fine. I think this looks nice. Yeah, we go with that. We do that. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is then, for the orbiting orbs, we have 3 tiers. We get 2 additional orbs, 3 additional orbs, and 4 additional orbs. Spawn around me, damaging enemies upon contact. So all we can do is now get the orbiting orbs. Let's change this to an integer. There's no reason this has to be a float. It's orbiting orbs plus multi-hit count, which starts at 1. So -1. And I also check that I have this tag, and we'll make sure to make sure to add the tag here as well. Break. Add gameplay tag. No, there's local variables. I kind of wish there were local functions. Like this function, like this combination here, I reuse a lot, but only reuse it within the bounds of this setup. Within this. If I could have a local function, that'd be so nice. Like, it'll clean up a lot of functions. Sometimes you want to use them for organization. What's the problem here? Oh. I see the problem. There we go. So that should work. Let's find out. So if I got orbiting orbs, the first one, we should have 2. Yes. If I got second one, we should have 5. Yep. Nice. And then 9. Okay. And now we need to change up multi-hit. to also do the orbs, or at least check for the orbs if we get it. So if, for example, we got orbiting orbs 2, and then we got the multi-hit. That's let's see. Oh, multi-hit. 4 extra, so we should have 6. And getting more multi-hit doesn't do anything, but getting more orbiting orbs will. So the max that I can do is this. Yes. I like the fact that it just pushes against the wall. Yay! I'm glad I set it up this way. Well, thank you very much, Patrol. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you liked it. Also, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's well. I like it. Now it's moving around. Is it actually? Yeah, it's like moving like. Sorry. I'm easily amused. But now we have orbiting orbs. Okay. Piercing attacks. Oh boy. Okay, so now we're getting into the complicated stuff. How the hell do I do piercing attacks that only go past a certain amount of enemies? I haven't. I haven't. If I look at the trace, here's the piercing attack. I do the multi-trace. This relies on, and this entirely relies on the fact that the first thing hit in a trace that's straight is the order they're written in. If they're in the order they're written in the array, I can just grab the first, second, third, whatever in the array, and that's it. You check the amount of enemies hit and ignore. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. The other option is, and this would be easier then, to reduce the range in melee, but that seems I don't really want to do that. I think the range would be the same, but you can't hit more than a certain amount in that range. So, if I check if the length of this is greater than, we're gonna do, like, let's say 2. We're gonna test with 2. On false, it just outputs. On true, I'm gonna make this dirty for now, and I'll clean up. On true, I take this and how do I set the array length? Set array. I mean, I could do it with a loop. Yeah, create people like create an array, add to, yeah. It's funny because you imagine how that can be coded, but in Blueprint it sounds so abstracted. No. I just had to check if there's a node for it. I didn't think there was, but so all I need to do is here on true, I do a for each loop. Or actually, sorry, a for loop. Between 0 and it'll be 2, so I want 2. So I want between 2 minus 1. Oh, it's greater than 2. Yeah, so if I want 2, yep. So this is giving me the 0 and the first, so the first 2. And basically, then we do a get. Again, I'm going to make this cleaner later. This is just to get this. Promote to local variable. Just delete it. This is piercing targets. Sure. Add. And on complete, we output this and we output piercing targets. Just figured out Unreal Engine anti-aliasing is set to TSR by default. That's why you have performance issue. It's funny because TSR is supposed to improve performance, but TSR has a base cost to it. What I don't like is the fact that it's set to TSR, but the screen percentage isn't 100 because of TSR. If you go over here to screen percentage, you'll see it's defaulted. You see my resolution is 2560 by 1440. You see my screen resolution is 2560 by 1440. What it's doing is it's taking 1552 times 874 and it's displaying that and upscaling it to 2560 by 1440. And it's 61% resolution is actually what it's rendering at. Why is it doing that? I don't know. Why is it doing that? To make my viewport better, sure. But I can override it with a custom override, for example. Make it 100%. And you can see how much sharper this is. How much cleaner those lines are. And for reference, I'll put it back. And you see how much they're thicker now? Because it's taking this thinner version and upscaling it, which means that the thin lines, right, get thicker because it's literally thickening up the entire thing. I don't know why. You can change that in defaults, by the way. Edit project settings. Screen percent. And here it says screen percentage mode for desktop renderer based on display resolution. And editor performance. Oh, here it is. Default screen percentage mode for real-time editor viewports using desktop renderer based on display resolution. You could set it to be manual or based on DPI or whatever. Um, you could. Hey, Solutions. How's it going? How have you been? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I like how it's like just like just like 3 or 4 nins there. You know, I was like, that's enough. I don't want to read all of them. Just see how many ends he wrote. Like, oh no, I cannot be bothered, and I can relate to that. Doing good? Going crazy with your projects that didn't sound like you thought it would? You're going crazy with your project in a good way? Are you going crazy with it in a good way or in a bad way? Is it like bad crazy or good crazy? It didn't sound like you thought it would? Like, what you want out of the project is different than what you're getting? Is that what you mean? Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to do I'm gonna I'm gonna turn off their AI. I don't want to turn off their AI. I'm gonna turn off their movement. By doing this. And I just need to get piercing. See, I should only be able to hit 2 of these guys. Yeah, that seems like it worked. That seemed like it worked. It's so hard to tell. You think good? You're super busy with it? You brought on a few 3D artists to help out? There's so much more now since you imagined it. And you meant the TTS? Wait, what? Those icons are awesome. Oh, these are AI generated. They're don't think too much about it. They're temporary AI generated ones. They don't really make sense for a lot of these. But you know, it's better than looking at just the words. Okay, that only hit 2. I think it's working exactly how I wanted to. For testing, if I set it to be 3, I think this actually is going to end up being a lot simpler than I thought. That was 3. How's the game been going? I've been gone for a while. How's the bear doing? Bear's doing good. Bear has a laser. I don't know. Were you here for the laser?
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
You know, fires a laser and spins around. I don't remember how long ago you've been gone. Or that was before you left. Or you were gone for a bit. You forgot to renew your sub ads. That's okay. You're not required to renew. I appreciate what you do, but don't feel obligated. Unless you do Prime. Then, you know, it's basically money. Please, Prime as much as you want. Honestly, you should be priming as soon as you run out. Otherwise, you're losing money. You're losing, what, 20 cents a day now? If you don't Prime? To somebody? What's the math now? Well, $6 now. 30 days a month. Yeah, 20 cents a day. Lost. If you don't Prime. Just money down the drain. There's an ad for chicken nuggets that looks good. Wait. Oh. I think because I see how the sub icon is Lucius's name. I think Solutions realized he had he got an ad and then realized that he didn't sub, because I see the sub icon next to Solutions' name. No ad, just difference allowed. Can we multiply instead? Well, now you should have a free TTS, I believe. Because if you do a resub, it should allow you to do a little message. Like if you refresh, and then you have a free TTS you can send, basically. I don't know the deadline on that, though. It hit you with a bunch of food ads. Are you hungry, though? Did they work? The real question is, did they work? Because if they worked, I mean, they did their job. Okay. This is all good. Yeah, so we're going with piercing. Piercing. Default is 0. Hold on. I found a little problem. I think I found a little problem with piercing right now. I don't think we can do it the way we're about to do it. Shit. No, we can't do it the way we want to do. This won't work. Because this does not also doesn't hit the AoE of the original location. So what I need to do then shit. Because that means my AoE, like my regular AoE, like cleave and whatever else, doesn't work anymore with this. I can't do that. Unless I do this and then also do the original and I add unique here. No. This still won't work. No. No, I changed to a radius. I changed to a distance thing. Gotta do a distance thing. This was a good idea in theory, but in practice, it's ain't gonna work. Also, I have cleave here that I need to adjust for. That I didn't adjust for here. Radius. Promote to local variable. Radius. Also using capsule component because I was thinking of eventually hitting like things up in the air. I've not used the capsule component thing in a while. You have a real question. When you work on your project for a long time, do you start to think it looks bad? You keep doing that. I have not thought that because I've not done anything visuals. I don't focus on visuals yet, so even if I think something looks bad, I don't really care much. The main reason why I did this is because I'm literally working on a deck builder and I'm streaming it. If I wasn't streaming it, I wouldn't even care about putting this as like a pretty picture here. I did this because I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm streaming it. You know, people are gonna want something a little nicer to look at. That's it. Have a good night, Good Guts. Thanks for stopping by. Feeling tired? I mean, yeah, you've been staying up way too late. Get some good sleep. Okay, let's change our piercing. So instead of text pierce behind blank enemy, attacks, extend an additional variable to units in length. You've been in the visual stuff, you're finishing a stage and come back and always wants to redo it. That's normal. That's completely normal. You're not gonna make your game the way it's supposed to look like right from the get-go. See if I can find good comparison. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is PoE 2. Path of Exile 2. You can see basically this is writing your games like most like advanced current environments, right? This is where they're at this point. Do you know what their environment looked like during closed beta, which is when I started playing this game? This is the game. Let me remind you, this is this game. Yeah, this is a screenshot from PoE 2. But I'll tell you, it doesn't look... It doesn't look that different in regular PoE right now. They all look pretty much the same. But this is closed beta Path of Exile when it was already available for people. Same game. Don't worry about it not looking good. This is where it started. This is where it is. Yeah. When you're making a game, you're gonna go through many iterations of how your environment and everything looks like. Many iterations, and that's completely normal. Completely normal. I still remember this. This is Ground Slam. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure this is Ground Slam effect. If I find any other finding like original closed beta stuff is hard. Like pictures of it. Old Path of Exile 2 if I search for it. Because it's gonna tries to find Path of Exile 2 stuff. This is like one of the only ones that I think is from. But you can see where it came from, right? The potions are still here. The these are still here. I think they moved these settings. They changed how it looks at least. Like I think the settings are not this big. It might be down here. I don't remember. I don't pay attention to this. But the general stuff is all working. You want to start using PCG to make it look more natural, but you don't know if it fits your game since it's like a Mario Odyssey stages, smaller scale. Why don't you make it look more natural? PCG isn't there to make a game look natural. PCG is just there to use as a tool to make it like easier for you to like do larger scale like points. It's a point scanner, right? So like if you wanted to make a forest, you could do, depending on what you want to do, you can have a lot more control with PCG, but you could absolutely just take your foliage brush and paint trees, right? Get the same result. So the nice thing about PCG is assuming you're not doing runtime stuff, the cost of PCG is 0 for the game. Because once it's in there, the cost is whatever the cost would have been if you placed all that stuff in manually. There's no additional cost. So the cost is 0 for PCG. That's the great thing about it. So if you want to use PCG, do it to make your life easier to like spread stuff around, make little different areas, like stuff like that. I really need to implement a search to this menu. Oh. What? Oh, it's because I don't have the tag. I didn't give myself the tag. I don't have... Oh, that's why it also wasn't working before. I think your object placement looks like it's a hand place. Like you place your trees by hand, so there are pathways around them. That's good, right? I think that's good. So what's the problem? Or do you feel like you don't want it to look hand placed? I'm trying to understand what the problem is. It sounds like you're like visually like it looks good. Well, that's Grant Attack. What'd you miss? You were out getting hot dogs? Ooh, what kind of hot dogs? Chili dogs? Big ones? Small ones? Lots of little small? Classic American? Those big, nice ones? Got hot dogs. I want it to look more like a forest, but I'm feeling like it feels like an assets on a map. I think got the artist curse. Again, I'll put it this way. It doesn't matter what your game looks like as long as it's fun to play, right? Don't worry about it. As you saw from the closed beta in Path of Exile, don't just make it just have a what's it called? Have a spline and like 2 trees there. Like that's a forest. Does it work? Can you move around? Yeah, cool. Make the game. You can do the art stuff and make it look pretty 1,000 times over, multiple times, many passes, over a long time. You'll get it to be exactly how you want it to be. Homemade hot dogs. Oh, that's a rarity. On sourdough bread. Oh, that sounds lovely. With Tony Paco's chili sauce. I don't know that specific chili sauce, but I'm sure it's great. So just hot dogs, sourdough bread, and chili sauce. Nothing else. Chili sauce is lovely. How about chili itself? You don't want to put actual chili on top? No. Okay, so that's 1,000. 1,000's way too high. But now we're getting somewhere. 500. Okay. Yeah, I think this is how we do it. So attacks extend an additional blank unit length when an enemy is hit. Or if an enemy is hit. Or I guess one enemy, it's fine. homemade hot dog, did he hand fill them? Oh, you're going to that degree. Like actually like filling the casing, making it. Toledo brand of hot dog sauce because of mash. There's so many words there that I don't know. Finger was from Toledo, and for some reason that turned into Tony Paco's brand. I don't know any of these brands. I'll be quite honest with you. Not a one. Ooh, this could stack. $100, $200, $300, and then you can have up to 600 unit extension if you stack them all. I haven't had a hot dog in so long, genuinely. I do like. I'm always like indecisive on the hot dog I like. It's so rare for me to eat a hot dog to begin with. But like, for example, I really like. I both love and hate these. I love all the toppings on these. But 9 times out of 10, the bun falls apart halfway through eating it, and everything starts spilling out. And if you like squeeze it, then all the chili and everything goes up above the bread because it's a shitty hot dog bun instead of like nice solid sourdough like you have it. So it's a love-hate relationship with these. But, you know, I didn't realize what this was until I brought it on the screen. Now that's a hot dog. Now that's a hot dog. What is that? That's a baked potato instead of a bun. That's what that is. That's baked potatoes. And the hot dog is stuffed inside of a baked potato and topped. So it's a loaded baked potato with a hot dog. I've never seen it. But I really genuinely want to try that at some point now. Because that sounds wonderful. Just potatoes, like you eat fries with hot dogs. Like people eat that. That's a normal thing. This should work. With potato skin? Oh, I always eat potato skin. Yeah, that's always. But yeah, this is like the kind of looks like. Yeah, do you guys peel your potatoes, or do you not peel your potatoes? Because I never peel potatoes. Like if there's like stuff growing and there's some black spots or whatever, like I'll clean them up, but I never peel. Max and Irma's, they had the best potato skins. Potato skins I don't understand. I'll be honest. Like, I like potato skins, but I like potato skins on the potato. When you have potato skins with almost no potato, I'm missing the best part of said potato. Maybe that's a me thing, but I feel like where's the best part of the potato? It's not the skin. Depends on the potato you're making. Sometimes you're so lazy and you wrap it in a wet paper towel in 5 minutes in the microwave. You know, to this day, I've never done a potato in the microwave. I always forget. I just put them into the Instant Pot. I cut it up into like 1 inch chunk, the Instant Pot, for 5 minutes. If it's like regular, like small potatoes, and then 5 minutes, it's done. You know, well, not 5 minutes. It's longer than that because it has to come up to pressure, and then 5 minutes, and then. Are you sure you talk about game progress? No, you're fine. It'll be better tasting grow potatoes in your garden. Yeah, well, of course, the best potatoes are the ones that, you know, you grow yourself or that are free. Free things always taste better. That's just a fact. I mean, if you ever try something you have to pay for, something that's free, it's just something about the free one just tastes so much better. Maybe because you don't have a sense of dread whenever you're realizing how much money you're spending on, on whatever it is. Oh, hold on. I need. This is piercing targets. I need piercing distance. You mean like a 20-pound back? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I'm snoozing the ads for this. Hold on. Did you really just use this to say pound bag? Typing LB was too much. But pressing Shift 3 to put a pound sign was fine. 2 buttons for this, 2 buttons for this. It works because I pause, like, it's like 20 pound because I know how people read it these days. But I had to pause the ads for this. This is... What is this? Scoot it all out into the blender, throw in cheese, bacon, side, and veggies. Put it back in, then freeze. You have dinner for like 2 weeks. Oh, that sounds lovely. Used to be an alcoholic and you loved me the free beer. I mean, I'll tell you this. Anyone that likes any kind of alcohol will love free beer because it's free. You don't have to be an alcoholic even for that. But I'm glad you said used to. I'm glad you're no longer. I'm glad you got better. I was like real bad at troll. Hey, Sermo, welcome in. How's it going? Doing well. You're making 20 bags of baked potato? No. We're not making 20 pounds of baked potatoes, but if you have 20 pounds of baked potatoes, make some hot dogs with them. Because apparently that's a thing. You're a programmer, you're good at all weird notations on keyboard? Probably true. Yeah, I believe that. Oh wait, this is not tier 1. This is tier 2. Add tier value. Tier 1 value. Tier 2 here. So happy you're not like that anymore? Good. Hot dogs on potato makes a certain amount of sense. As a C programmer for 20-ish years, you know all the brackets. You said weird hot dog on Google, you saw one image of pasta inside sausage. Oh, hold on. There's a... There's this is a thing. Hot dog spaghetti is a thing. I don't know why. This is a thing. I don't know who decided to spit on, you know, both Italians and Americans at the same time. Basically. I mean, I guess every bite is the same, but I feel that ruins the fun of it. Right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't find this like, yeah, this seems amazing and like, I'll eat it. Like if it was presented to me in front of me, like I'd eat it, but I will never go out of my way to ever get it. You think about Will Smith eating spaghetti? Oh. I remember those early AI videos. I remember. You're not big on ketchup or spaghetti sauce? Yeah, neither am I.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Yeah, I like a good marinara. I like a good tomato sauce. Emphasis on the good. Using chopped up hot dogs as meatballs is legit cooking strategy, I think. I mean, if you are like, you're trying, is it though? I was gonna say it could be like a good way of saving money, but is, are hot dogs cheaper than like bulk ground meat and like some breadcrumbs to make actual meatballs, basically? You get a lot more food and stuff out of it. So let's keep that in mind. It has to be for the same amount of food. I feel like hot dogs aren't that cheap. Used to be able to get a deep fried steak on a stick from street food vendors in Germany. Why are you giving me a Facebook? Steak on a stick recipe. That is not okay. That's no. It's not. I don't see anything like this. Take AK or hello A. Welcome in. How's it going? So the Agba Ka. If I read it, trying to read it as no English letters. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. You want to catch a stream? Thanks again for your videos. Tell me to use gas. I do not. I have gas, but I don't use gas. Akvarelka. I probably still butchered that, but probably still butchered that, but it's fine. But no, I don't use gas. Mostly because I don't have the C++ knowledge to even use gas even a little bit. Two, everything I need I can do in blueprints. The only thing that I don't like right now is this, but I don't know a way around it. I have not figured out a single way around it. In Russian, it means watercolor. Do people name things? Do Russian names mean things like they do in like Japanese? Like, is that also a thing with Russian names? Right, because like in Japan, it's like they name things like, oh, his name means flowing water, or it means happy flowers, or whatever, like because it's all in kanji. But is it the same way in Russian, or is it just like it happens to also mean watercolor? I'm curious. When you think hot dog, you think artisanal hot dog made by local vendor, not the machine-made industry thing. Yeah, the grocery. See, I think machine-made industry thing. So no, yeah. There's no piercing. Good. A 100 units of piercing. That's 100 units. That look good. 100 units is pretty big, actually. But if I do 300 units, that's a good chunk, and we could stack it. We should be able to stack it with saying we could get all three of them. Say 100, 200, and 300, and then we have 600 range. That's entire. Any enemies within that range would have gone hit. What is that? What are you referring to? Or delicious treat. A hot dog, yes, a delicious treat. How about doing visual after? Oopsie. Post on Gave Dev channel. I mean, you're fine, right? Like, as like a base, this is fine. But I'm sure, like, once you have like everything later down the line, right? You will have like, I mean, unless you went through the time of like modeling the trees yourself, texturing them, and doing like all that stuff. Then like, hey, if you want to do it, you want to do it. But I am assuming like later on, you're also gonna want to put like little rocks in places, and maybe like little extra little decorations here and there, right? Or maybe you want it to be just a grass and trees. I don't know. Now, I'm assuming you're probably gonna like, as time goes on, you're probably like, oh, what if I add a little more, a little more, a little more. Try to buy from local vendors always. The big web of connections. Talk about that real quick. Yeah, I don't have local vendors and stuff, so I can't really buy from them. I mean, that involves me like going somewhere to like buy stuff. Russian names are just names of Eastern European origin. Something like saint in the Orthodox tradition. Oh, okay. The name seems to come from Scandinavian. Helga to Olga to Oleg. Okay, Olga to Oleg makes sense. How do you get from Helga to Olga? I mean, I guess they don't like the head part. They appreciate it all. So that, okay, you know, I see the connection there. They went from they kept the Elga, then they went to okay. Use it translated so it makes a long time to answer. Oh, you're good. You're good. Translator is working great though. The little more thing is what kills you when working. Well, that's why you don't do that until later. Like right now, like whatever level you're at, just be fine. The little more will come a little later also. Yeah, don't sweat it. Shit. Well, I need to do piercing attacks also on projectiles. Which means overlap and not okay. If it's an overlap and it's a piercing shot, or it's not these. So this is overlap and piercing. It goes here. So here I need to check if it is needs to be destroyed. So we have piercing targets. Get gameplay reference? No. I can get it from the hit actor. Get hits. Oh no, I need the damage dealer. Get owning actor. Get game reference. Oh no. Get AC abilities. Then I need to get piercing targets. So what I need to do is set this to a local variable. Events, begin, play. I don't need a local variable, I need an actual variable. So promote to this variable. Promote to a variable. And basically, we're gonna say card piercing targets. If this is gonna be 1, so this is gonna be subtract 1. If this minus 1 is less than 0, or if this is 0, if this is 0, then we destroy it. If it's not, then we decrement it. That should work. I'm afraid of putting more because of FPS. Already done some things, like putting Lumen and Global because they don't need lighting details. Yeah, Lumen is very expensive. So, yeah. Lumen, very expensive. Okay, so now it's not piercing, but if I got piercing, nope. No. Owning actor, AC abilities, card piercing targets. Oh wait, am I not? Oh, this is. I'm not setting it. That's why. Gets card piercing targets. Set card piercing targets. That's why. It helps if I set the value. No. And I also need to. Yeah, because I went through one of them. I need to line them up. Yeah, so it went through one, and then it hits the other one. Yes! Yes, it works! If I got 3... Yeah! Look at that. It now pierces however many I specify. And I can have more. So you start with 1 in tier 1, 2, then 3. So if you want to, your task could pierce 6 targets total. So hit 7 things, effectively. You're trying to find a way to get similar results to Lumen without it? You love the look of it? I mean, yeah, it looks amazing. It's freaking expensive. So I joke somewhere that the time we make... by the time we make a game, everyone will have already a video card suitable for Lumen. I mean, yeah, if we make a big game, then yeah. With the price of a car? I mean, come on. That's like saying the car is not also gonna go really up, you know, in price. It will. Well, thank you for the congratulations. I assumed that was for me successfully doing it. Yeah, okay, so piercing's done. So piercing now is distance based for melee and enemy based for projectiles. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, so that means we're now... Guys, we did like 4 today. I mean, it's been fun. I had a blast talking with you guys about hot dogs and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I only did 4. To be fair, there'll be some that are a little more advanced than others, but still. I gotta do these faster. Oh well, that's on me. It was important. It was a great discussion. It was the great discussion. You know, in fact, go out there and make yourself a big old delicious hot dog. That's from Bitching with Babish. Great channel. Look at that. So good. Oh. So I want hot dogs now. Who knew you could put hot dogs on potatoes? I know, right? Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with some more game dev at 6:30 Pacific as always, and we'll continue as we were. So hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Take care. Take care. Bye bye.